What's up, everybody? This is Hector from International MMA Channel, covering for the U.S. This is a Ultimate Fighter finale. We're going to talk about the main event, Nate Diaz versus Gray Maynard. This is a 155-pound, one lightweight division. Gray Maynard coming off of a loss with T.J. Grant, and Nate Diaz coming off his first ever, I think, TKO, and that was by Josh Thompson, who is going to be fighting Anthony Pettis in the near future for the belt. I'm going to give you a breakdown of this and where I see the prediction of who's actually going to come out the victor in this main event. The main event is for the Ultimate Fighter finale, and it airs on Saturday, November 30th on Fox Sports 1. I would go through the other ones, but it's the Ultimate Fighter, so everybody from that from the Ultimate Fighter are eventually going to fight on that one. If you're really interested, I'll just give you a rundown. Main event, like I said, is Maynard versus Diaz. Co-main event is Pena versus To Be Determined. That'll be out tomorrow to actually release who she's going to fight. Holdsworth versus Grant. Duke versus Morgan. Crosani versus Blanco. Yaha versus Nani Maki. And then Rosehall versus Harris. Spencer versus Dober. Sampo versus Benel. But the main event is a great main event. Maynard coming off a loss, like I said. Nate Diaz coming off of 2 losses. Both of them losing to very big names. And so the lightweight division has gotten really heavy and steep with great fighters that are in the top rankings now. It used to be like BJ Penn, and then there was like, who's going to fight him? Okay, we'll throw Maynard. Kind of fought after BJ Penn. Then Benson Henderson came from the WEC. So right now the lightweight division is a great division to watch. I have always said in the past that I like the lighter weights, from going from the lightweight to welterweight, from the welterweight to lightweight, bantamweight, flyweights. I've always found them more fun, more explosive, and this is going to be a stylistic match for Gray Maynard. Gray Maynard is going to be looking to, well, here's the thing. This is what makes it a very interesting fight, and a great fight at that, is that both guys like to bang. Gray Maynard found and discovered that he has knockout power, and I've said it before, due to his wrestling background, the hips and everything else, the way that he throws it, he found out he has great knockout power. Nate Diaz is a striker, and a great striker. One of the few people that actually will use body punches. Anything he can basically throw, he'll throw on you. And if Maynard decides to throw him on the ground, when you have Nate Diaz having a very high Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So with Cesar Gracie, and he's part of Cesar Gracie, so of course his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is going to be great. And his striking is going to also be great. His brother being Nick Diaz, preferably one of the best strikers in the division next to Overeem. And so, let's just say this. Advantages, Gray Maynard has the strength, might want to take him down. If he can avoid the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and the locks and that, he can earn points. If he wants to do a point thing, he also has knockout power. Nate Diaz hasn't knockout power, but it's not really knockout power. What he does is ends up tiring the opponent and punishing the body, where in the end he can look for a submission or he can look out for a TKO. This one is a big fight because they're both kind of on the losing streak. I don't think they're going to get rid of these fighters because they're both great fighters. Stylistically, the Ben Henderson fight, Nick Diaz did not look at his prime. He looked very confused at the kind of style that Ben Henderson was trying to give him. Gray Maynard came off of his first or second knockout, the last one being from Frankie Edgar and T.J. Grant. Both of them were in, Frankie Edgar was in the 4th round, T.J. Grant was in the 1st round, and then we have the draw, and the win with Clay Guida. That's good cardio. I mean, I'll give it to that. So the breakdown with this is who's going to win it and how they're going to impose their strategy, and is the other opponent going to do it. Everybody knows that Nate Diaz wants a stand-up fight and wants Gray Maynard to stand up, keep his distance, go in for his combinations, and pull out. Gray Maynard, in the other hand, is going to look out for the knockout, going to look to take him down when he can't get the knockout. So I'm going to have to give the advantage to Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz is a smarter opponent, is going to want to look for him to take the takedown, and is going to want to impose his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu when he does so, if he does so. Stand up as well. Gray Maynard has a knockout, but Nate Diaz is a cleaner, crisper fighter, loves to throw a lot of body blows, is not really a headhunter, which is very unique and can tire out an opponent for later rounds. And usually, if you ever see Nate Diaz fight, he does the same thing where he'll go for the body, he'll go for the head, and he'll basically drag these guys down and take their cardio away. Where in the final rounds, he can look for instinct and a submission. This is the way he fights. This is the way his brother fights. Everybody knows this. So I think Nate Diaz has a better advantage because of the cardio that he carries. Both of them, both Nick and Nate, are triathlon athletes, and they do incredible regiments of training, and they're always training and they're ready to go. These guys are never injured. There never has a weight issue or anything else. These guys, their life is fighting. So, Gray Maynard is a bulky guy, so I'm pretty sure he has to cut weight. Pretty sure he's probably walking around a middleweight weight, and he probably will weigh in probably the middleweight weight once he goes into the fight, just making the 155 for the weigh-ins. Nate Diaz, I don't think he ever has to worry about making weight. I think he's a natural 155, just like Frankie Edgar was. He might go 160 just because of his height. Okay, so that's my predictions. I think Nate Diaz is going to win. I think it's going to be by decision, or it might end up being a submission in the last round. Both of the guys need it. Nate Diaz has already talked about if he wins against Gray Maynard, he wants to go ahead and challenge Thompson and go back and try to regain or get a lightweight belt. He's never got a belt. So I think that's something that he's chasing. I don't see no reason why he shouldn't chase it. I think he's still a great fighter. He likes to fight great opponents, and he likes to make exciting fights. So does Gray Maynard. Nothing to give against Gray Maynard. But I think stylistically, I think it's a better fight for Nate Diaz. This is Hector from International MMA Channel. Make sure to follow us on Twitter on IMMA Channel. Go to Facebook, facebook.com/IMMA Channel. Go ahead and like us, subscribe to our channel. Later on this week, Ben Capochi from the UK will actually go through his predictions, but also is going to go through the Ultimate Fighter, tell you his predictions for the whole thing. So go ahead and check that out. Like Ben on Instagram, like Ben on his. I'll go ahead and put the links to his YouTube channels as well. Thanks again. Good night. Good fights.